Happy New Year.
You lost the show.
I know.
I know how happy you are. It's okay.
No, I'm not. Let me just tell you, I am not happy, but this is where my disappointment is. You have divisions that have their championship bowl game for their division, right?
Yeah.
To me, Georgia should have been in the playoffs. The fact that they lost to Alabama, that should not have excluded them from the playoff picture.
The great debate continues. I don't disagree.
No.
I really don't. And Florida State, who complained the most, I mean, lost by 7 points.
They lost by
Their
60.
quarterback decided not to play.
But here's the thing. My understanding with Florida State, they had maybe 12 to 14 players who said we're not playing.
Yes.
So I mean, what can you do? Then you're probably suiting up a Pop Warner team.
It appeared that way. It really did.
But and on a lighter note, LSU won, and we still have
Great game. I watched that game.
Let me just tell you, our defense.
I thought y'all would handle Wisconsin much better than
our defense. And talk to Brian Kelly about that.
They didn't have their quarterback either, too.
No,
y'all didn't.
But that doesn't matter. You cannot depend on your offense scoring on every possession. That's asking a lot. That's how you get turnovers.
Still a good game, though. It was very good.
But I'm going to look and do some research. I don't think our defense has been, the way it's been for a while.
Shore it up.
Yeah.
We need to get some defensive players in there.
I mean, here's the thing. We have the defensive players. When you have people coming to your school that are number one, number two in the nation, and you do nothing with that. And then when draft time comes for, the football league, what ends up happening? LSU always has people going first round. And they do great. And you're like, okay, what happened?
College football is changing dramatically for a number of reasons. I mean, I don't know what it's headed in a good direction or not. I really don't. I mean, and this year's bowl season is a strong indication of I don't know.
Well, we're picking up players.
But for both of us, there's always next year.
There is next. Talk to Cornelius. They didn't make a bowl game.
Do all the time. Sadly.
But next year will be great. We shall see.
SEC time.
Guillermo Camacho.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2022 CR 6642, State of Texas versus Guillermo Camacho.
Which side?
This side. Can our parties announce for the record, please, for the state,
Hank Wilkins, State.
for the defense?
Amir Memorial, Your Honor.
And are you Guillermo Camacho?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Camacho, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Guillermo Camacho who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 6642 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on May 1st, 2023 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Your Honor, it's Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas. It's violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Guillermo Camacho, the then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of June and July 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
That's true, ma'am.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 4 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Your Honor, there is a state recommendation and a defense recommendation.
All right, state, what are you recommending?
Your Honor, we're recommending a drug court evaluation in custody. And if he's not accepted into the drug court program, then state ISF cognitive track treatment.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, in this case, Mr. Camacho attempted to contact his probation officer, but wasn't able. And then he ran into some health issues with his mother, Judge. And as the court is very well aware, these issues snowball, and once they know there's a warrant, they don't report. Mr. Camacho also has expressed regret in this. He accepts responsibility, Judge. We're asking for intensive outpatient treatment program with a zero tolerance, Your Honor.
All right, so outpatient treatment is off the table. All right. So we're at the point of, Mr. Camacho, I want you to hear me. We're at the point of whether or not I'm going to revoke you or not. You
Yes,
understand? Because I know that I tell everybody if there's an issue with probation, they can always come to the court and address that. The not reporting is an issue. Probation, what are you requesting?
I request the drug court evaluation in custody, and if not, and a tap in custody. And at that point, we can, depending on the results, bring them back to court or state ISF.
All right. And is there something you would like to say?
I know I
Want to
can.
raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Guillermo Camacho.
All right, what would you like to say?
I would just like to say that I tried calling my probation officer. My mom, till this day, till right now, she's very sick and she's still in Mexico. All I beg for you, I know I can finish this program and
So did you go to Mexico?
No, my mom, but I know I messed up, but I'm here in front of you, ma'am. I know I can finish this if granted, but I don't think I have a problem to go to a program ISF. I don't.
You have a problem with not reporting?
The only thing, yes, I understand that, but I'm asking you, all due respect, man. I can finish this, and I'm here in front of you. I can do this, and that was the only mistake I made.
No, those were choices you made.
Exactly, and consequences come with the choices I make. And I'm here, and I'm being very polite with you.
So this is what I want you to understand. You were placed on probation May 2023, right? I gave you conditions May 2023. I know that I asked you if there was anything else you needed from the court. If there was, I would have gave it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And based upon the conditions that I set for you were based upon what you told me, right?
Yeah.
And I know that I told you to do 90 sober meetings in 90 days because there was an issue.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do? May, I placed you on probation, right? Then, according to the violation that you just pled true to, you get out of custody in June 2023, no reporting. July 2023, no reporting. So when and where were you arrested? Or did you turn yourself in?
No, they went and picked me up
From where?
from a couple of streets where I live from. I wasn't hiding.
Okay.
I wasn't hiding, man. I'm just like, I know I can do this. And I'm looking at you straight in the eye. Give me a chance, man. Please.
Oh, I am going to give you a chance. I'm not going to revoke you unless you want to be revoked, but I'm going to give you some choices, okay? So are there any questions before I give him his choices?
There you go.
All right, here are your choices. Your underlying sentence is 4 years prison. I'm going to give you a choice. You can either be continued on probation. You're going to remain in custody for a drug court evaluation. Drug court is very quick. Your evaluation will probably take place this week. If they have room for you, they'll probably place you in their program. If they don't have room for you, they're not going to place you in the program. Or you're going to go to ISF. Or if you want, I can revoke you, give you 3 years. You do your 3 years, you'll be done. You'll probably be out before the 3 years are up. That's the one thing that you can listen. I used to always tell my clients, please do not listen to inmates at the jail because they're not attorneys. But one thing inmates at the jail can tell you that is true. They can tell you when they're catching chain to go to prison or wherever they're going. And they can tell you how much time people are actually doing at the prison. Those are two things you can trust that inmates tell you. Everything else, I went to the law library and this is what I did. No, but those two things normally were true. So which would you prefer? I can continue you. You're going to go to custody. You're going to remain in custody till you're reviewed for felony drug court. Felony drug court will probably see you this week, make a decision on you this week. If they decide they don't have room, or if that you're not a good candidate for that, then you go into ISF, or you can go to prison for 3 years. Which would you prefer?
Drug court.
All right. This is what I'll do. Then I'll deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then ISF cognitive. And did you do the 90 sober meetings? So what have you done on probation?
Worried about my mother.
No. So that means you've done nothing on probation, right?
Ma'am.
And let me just tell you, you say you're worried about your mom,
Yes, ma'am.
but not doing your probation is making her worry. Now she's worried probably about whether her son is going to prison. You understand? So it's going to be ISF cognitive if not accepted into felony drug court. And this is to take place in custody. Is there anything else that you need from this court to be successful on this probation?
That's it, ma'am.
Is there anything that you do not understand?
Understand everything, ma'am.
All right. And probation, did you all have a chance to do the gang evaluation?
No, Your Honor.
All
I
right.
never went to my house, man. Like you remember you had put,
Hmm?
you had said that the gang evaluation, they never went to the house too.
We need a good address.
All right. So
That's an
they need an address.
221.
No, well, she'll be able to get it from you. But here's the thing. You are on probation. You got to be proactive. Right? It's the same thing when you're trying to get a job, when people sit around and saying, what I put in my application, I'm waiting for them to call me. You need to pick up the phone and call somebody. And all you had to do, if probation wasn't contacting you, was walk into this courtroom and say, hey, I've been trying to get in touch with probation. There's a probation officer right there. And you know what I would have done? I would have said, let's pick up the phone and call that probation officer. Problem solved. But instead, what did you do? You didn't report for 2 months. Basically, you haven't reported since May of 2023. And here we are in 2024.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to do better. You're looking at 4 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you. Anything else you need from the court?
Thank you.
So wait a minute. I want this on the record. If there's an issue with probation and you feel like they're not addressing it, you can come to the court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like a drink.
Just give me one moment. Computer's a little bit slow. All right. Are y'all ready to proceed?
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 3597. I'm sorry, y'all need to be silent in the box wearing the record. Ms. Kramer? That's okay. You can ask them to move your client down to the other end. Court is calling 2022 CR 3597, State of Texas versus Chardonnay Leanne Lockhart. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Again, U.S. Bar for the State of Texas.
Defense?
Mark Darling for the defendant.
And are you Ms. Lockhart?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to show you a document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are you the same Chardonnay Leanne Lockhart who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3597 for the offense of attempted arson, reckless causing damage on May 15, 2023 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Chardonnay Leanne Lockhart, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August and September 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, the state waives all the violations.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine? Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the proposed agreement is for 272 days in the Bexar County Jail and for this to satisfy the judgment, since it's a Class A misdemeanor.
All right, has she done anything on probation?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then why would, well, all right, so you've done nothing on probation. Probation, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, after she was here last in court, she just did not show up anymore. So we understand that there may have been or maybe some issues as far as maybe possibly homelessness and so forth. And we were going to ask just to amend for a moral recognition therapy, job skills training, and possibly the reentry center for services.
All right, and will this be set up while she's in custody if I follow this?
We can't set up those things in custody, Judge.
All right. All right,
At the time, Judge, just to also, I know you have your docket sheet. She was evaluated for DDRF. However, we could not do DDRF because at the time she was pregnant. Don't know what the status is of that is at this particular moment, but we just don't have enough to go off of to give any other recommendation, Judge.
all right, Miss Lockhart, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Chardonnay Lockhart.
All right,
Chardonnay Leon Lockhart.
all right. Miss Lockhart, what's the status of the pregnancy?
I'm not pregnant any further.
Okay,
Judge, she,
I mean, how do you mean?
okay. All right, so here's my issue. I don't know if anybody wants to ask any more questions, but I'm not going to give her 272 days in the Bexar County Jail. If she wants to be revoked, she can be revoked. I'll give her 365 days at the Bexar County Jail, or she can, or I will follow the probation's recommendation.
you understand? Do you agree? Judge, it's Ms. Lockhart's wish that you do send her to 365 days in the Bexar County Jail after revocation versus the alternative, she doesn't wish to make
Right,
those
it'll be a
efforts.
$4,000 fine, and time and money is not going to run concurrent.
Well,
Because let me just tell you, Ms. Lockhart, here's what the problem is. The problem is that you're on deferred for an attempted arson. You're homeless. You have no job. You've been staying from hotel to hotel. You're going to end up potentially, if I just send you out in the world, you're going to end up getting another theft case, or something else is going to end up going wrong with your life if you don't get stable. The only thing that I can do other than continue on probation is maxing you out. And the reason why I would max you out is because you have done nothing. And the reason why I will not run time and money concurrent is because you have done nothing. So the choice is yours.
I pay them.
Well, then you can choose the maximum sentence of 365. Tell the judge.
It's like you stated the first. So you just have the choice.
Yeah, I'll tell the judge.
Yes, what would you like to do?
Okay, I would like to do the 365 and pay the $4,000 fine.
All right. Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yeah,
You want to talk to her about that?
Well, I did, and I filed the trial court certification along with the explanation before she signed it. So as I told you, you're not going to be able to appeal your decision to enter a plea of true. So you effectively waived it by tendering that document. to
Well,
the court.
Ms.
You're not going
Lockhart,
to have a right to appeal.
if you want the court to sentence you to the 365 days with a $4,000 fine, time and money not run concurrent, are you waiving your right to appeal?
yes,
I'm sorry?
yes, ma'am.
All right. Court will grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 365 days in the Bear County Jail, give you credit for any time served. There's a $4,000 fine. Time and money is not to run concurrent. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am, I did understand.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.